السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. الحمد لله رب العالمين. Inshallah, we are continuing from where we stopped, and today we are looking at lesson number 14, as you can see, and we have the topic being a site. Okay, that is what we are going to be looking at today. And a site is actually the hunt. The man he's going to tell us something relating to hunting, an incident that happened, and it was an incident of hunting, right? So that is what we are going to look at here. And as we said previously, that was something that is nice about that's nice that the author did. He actually goes around a lot of areas. Okay, he doesn't just limit himself to maybe terms relating to classroom matters. He tries to divert to a lot of areas, so that at the end of the book we would have learned a lot, right? So without wasting much time, inshallah, let's just begin. So as you can see, he says here, Kharajitu yawma utlatin. Okay, Kharajitu yawma utlatin ma'a sayyadin. So I went out during a holiday. Okay, ma'a sayyadin. The verb is sayyadun. Sayyadun is a hunter. The plural is sayyadun. Okay, but because this ma, of course, we all know this is a zorf, right? This is a zorf. So that is what makes it the sayyadin instead of sayyadun, right? So, kharajtu yawma utlatin ma'a sayyadin. I went out during a holiday with sayyadin, hunters. Indahum banadiku. Okay, indahum banadiku. They had with them guns, wasakakin, and knives. Banadik is the plural of bundikiyatun. I will say bundikiyatun, that's the gun. The gun is called bundikiyatun. Okay, but sakakin, of course, is a plural of what? Sikin. That is just a single knife, right? So indahum banadiku wasakakin. They had with them guns and knives. Okay, so they were going to hunt. So of course they took these things with them. Kharajna mubakkirin. Kharajna mubakkirina fi sabahi lam tatlu'u shams. We went out very early. Fi sabah, at dawn. Lam tatlu'u shams. The sun hadn't appeared. I hope that is clear. Tatlu'u, I think this is a new word. We have not seen it, right? The actual verb is tola'a. When we say tola'a, it means for something to appear. Okay, tola'a, means it has appeared. But when it is used in the terminologies of the sun, okay, tulu'u shams, like we have tulu'u shams, means the setting of the sun, the rising of the sun. I hope that is clear. So tola'a yatulu'u. Okay, yatulu'u shams, the sun is appearing, or it is setting. Okay. So lam tatlu'u shams, the sun hasn't appeared, didn't appear yet. Okay, didn't appear that, yes, it didn't appear. Wa kana ma'i kathirun min atrabi, and I had with me, that they were following me, several of my age mates, wa asdiqai, and my friends. Wa akhazna gada'ana ma'ana, and then we took our gada. This gada, this word here, gada, is actually what? The lunch. Okay, I think we have seen it before, right? Lunch. Okay, lunch. So we took our lunch with us, ma'ana, with us. Linatagadda. I think we have seen this verb also previously. Tagadda, yatagadda. I hope that is clear. Tagadda, he took his lunch. Yatagadda, he is taking his lunch. So that's why he said, linatagadda, so that we will take our lunch. Iza galabal al-ju'a, or iza galabana al-ju'u. This word is difficult to pronounce, right? Galaba. The verb is galaba. When we say galaba, to overpower. Yaglibu, he is overpowering. The galib is the one who overpowers. Okay. So iza galabana al-ju', when hunger, ju is hunger, when hunger overpowers us. Okay. وَكُنَّا نُرِيدُ أَن نَرْجَعَ فِي الْمَسَاءِ. and we had wanted, وَكُنَّا نُرِيدُ, okay, and we wanted to return في المساء, in the evening. Okay, so that was their plan. I hope that is clear. So let me try to explain something here. إِذَا غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ. There is a difference between saying إِذَا غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ and saying إِن غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ. Okay, if you say in إِذَا غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ and then you say إِن غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ, there is a difference, right? Yes. إِذَا means when. Okay, it means when. But when you say in, it means if. Okay, in means if. If I say like this one. Okay, in غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ, like this. Hope that is clear. So when I use in, it means if. When I use إِذَا, it means when. So this in is like, it is used when you are not sure. Okay, when you are not sure. So for example, if I say in ذهبت, if I go. Okay, if I go, I will do something. Assume you ask me, when are you going to madrasa? Then I say, if you return, bimana, if you don't return, I won't go. So it's a kind of sharti, a jumla sharti. It says, what's the name? Conditional statement. But when I say iza rajata, when you return, so it means that the time you return, that is when I will go. But it doesn't mean I may not go. I hope this sounds easy. If I say if I go, if you return, I will go. And I said when you return, I will go. There is difference. The first one, if you return, I will go, is a kind of doubt. Remember, if you don't return, I won't go. But when I say when you return, it only means that I will go there at that time. But it doesn't mean there is doubt or there is another condition. Okay. So even when you look at the Quran, most of the statements or the occurrence at the end of time, Allah uses إِذَا. We never hear in. Okay. إِذَا وَقَعَتِ الْوَاقِعَةُ. I hope that is clear. Okay. إِذَا زُلْزِلَتِ الْأَرْضُ زِلْزَالَهَا. Because it is something that is firm, that is going to happen. So it is only a matter of time, the time it will happen, but not if it occurs. It's not something that is of doubt, right? Okay, so let's just, so that's what I wanted to clear. Okay. So let's look at here. So he says that وَكُنَّا نُرِيدُ أَن نَرْجِعَ فِي الْمَسَاءِ, we had wanted to return in the evening, right? So let's continue. وَلَمْ نَزَلْ نَمْشِي فِي الْحَرِّ الشَّمْسِ فِي الْحَرِّ وَالشَّمْسِ. وَلَمْ نَزَلْ, this is also a statement, an expression that is most of the time used together. لَمْ يَزَلْ, he kept. Let me see, لَمْ يَزَلْ, he kept. If I say لَمْ يَزَلْ يَأْكُلْ, okay, he kept eating. So, but because it is we, that's why he say nazal, lam nazal. Okay, we kept. So walam nazal, we kept namshi, we kept walking. Okay, masha, he walked. Yamshi, he's walking. So walam nazal namshi, and we kept walking. Fil har, in the heat, was shams, and in the sun. Hatta ta'ibna, until we got tired. Okay, wagalabana al-ju, and the hunger overpowered us. So that's why he says إِذَا غَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ. When the hunger, he knew definitely there will come a time when the hunger will overpower them. It wasn't a matter of if, okay, it was a matter of when, right? Okay, so وَغَلَبَنَا الْجُوعُ, and then the hunger overpowered us. وَالظَّمَأُ, and then taste. So it got to a point where they were hungry and then they were tasty. وَكَانَ الْغَدَاءُ, and then the lunch. مَعَ خَلِيلٍ, it was with Khalil. The lunch that they took with them to eat when they, if they got hungry, it was with Khalil. Now, what is Khalil? Khalil here could mean two things. One, it could be a name of the person. Like we just have Khalil. Some people are called Khalil. it could also, in Arabic, it could also, without not being a name, aside from being a name, Khalil in itself, it means a close friend. Okay, a very close friend of yours, we could say Khalil. I hope that is clear. So for example, Allah says that Al-akhillahu yawma'izin ba'duhum li ba'din adu. That's the plural of this one. Al-akhillahu, close friends, those who are very close, tight. Okay, assume you just have a problem now. The first friend you just think to call, that's what we call a Khalil, your close friend. So Allah says Al-akhillahu, that's the plural. Close friends on that day, on the day of judgment, are going to be enemies to each other. Illa al-muttaqin, except those who are righteous, right? So that is it. Okay, Khalil, a very close friend. Like another place, Allah says, وَاتَّخَذَ اللَّهُ إِبْرَاهِيمَ خَلِيلًا. You see, that's the same thing. Okay, so Khalil, very close friend. But as I said, it could also mean a name of a friend, a name of a person. So we don't know whether it is a name of a person or it is just the person speaking his friend, his close friend. Okay, so that's the two possibilities. So وَقَدْ دَلَّ الطَّرِيقِ, and he has lost, he had bimana, lost the path. When we say dalla, to be astray, okay, to get lost, that's what we call dalla. He has gotten lost. Yadillu, he is getting lost. Okay, so for example, when we are praying at the end of Surah Al-Fatiha, غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Dolun, that's the plural of dolun. The dolun is singular, the lost person. Dolun is the plural. Okay, so those who have, gone astray, those who have lost from the right path. So dollat, it will be lost. Okay, to be lost. But as of course, when it is used in the context of the Quran, to be lost from the right path. Okay, but dollat could just mean when you are walking and then you lost the path. We say dollat tariq. Okay, he has lost the path. So وَقَدْ دَلَّ الطَّرِيقِ, and he had lost his path. So when we are going, he got lost. So they don't know of his information. Where is he at the moment? And the food was with him. So you can imagine the kind of situation they were in. Okay. وَمَا وَجَدْنَا طَعَامًا وَلَا مَاءً, and we didn't get food, neither water. We didn't get food nor water. Okay. وَانْتَصَفَ النَّهَارِ, and then we got to midday. I think we have seen this word before. Intasafa, yantasifu. Intasafa is for something to get to the middle. I hope that is clear. So that's what we call muntasaf al-layl, midnight. Okay, intasafa an-nahar. It got to the mid part of the day, behind a midday. Okay, or mid-afternoon. وَجَلَسْنَا فِي الظِّلِّ الشَّجَرَةٍ, and then we sat in the shade of a tree. Zillun is shade. Zillun, shade. Shajaratin, of course, we all know shajaratun, right? So we sat under the shade of a tree. Nantaziru Khalilan, waiting for Khalil. Okay, waiting for Khalil. So this has now exposed that he's talking about a friend, right? He's talking about someone whose name is Khalil. Okay, if it were to be a friend, then this should have been ma'rifah. It should have alif wa lam. I hope that is clear. This is the name of someone. Okay. Why? He say Khalilin. Then here he now say Khalilan again. Okay. Let me try to explain further so that you understand what I'm saying. What happens is that if you have two nouns, or if you have a noun. So for example, I said Abdul Karim came to school. Then I say he is in the classroom. I hope that is clear. So me using he, it means that I'm talking about the same Abdul Karim, right? I don't need to repeat the name again. If I say Abdul Karim came to school, he is in the classroom. We all know that the he means Abdul Karim. So similar thing, if assuming this was not to be a name of a friend, but just was not a name of a person, but just he mean a friend, then here should have alif wa lam. I hope that is clear. It's a rule in grammar. It's actually a rule in grammar. Okay, it's a rule in grammar. So if I say rajulun, if I'm now coming to repeat again, assuming I say rajulun, then I'm trying to mention the name a second time. I will say ar-rajulu. I have to put alif wa lam to signify that I'm talking about that same person. Okay, it's actually a rule in grammar. They says that in now, they says that إذا وردت يعني what's the rule? إذا وردت تكرار نفس اللفظ مرتين دل ذلك على صيغة النكرة دل ذلك على اختلاف الأولى عن الثانية. Right? That is the rule, and that is simple. Let me give you another example. Assuming I say that I saw a man. Okay, I saw a man, and I honored. What will I see? Assuming I want to say I saw a man and I honored him. Okay, but say I saw a man and I honored the man. It means I'm talking about the same person. But if I say I saw a man and I honored a man, I don't need to repeat a. The second time I don't used to use a again. Okay, if I say a, it may mean I'm talking about two different people. So it is very important. If I say ra'aytu rajulan wa akramtu rajulan, I saw a man and I honored a man, it may mean I'm talking about two different people. Now that is the case. When you do it nakira, that's what we say ala sighat nakira dalla zalika ala ikhtilaf al-ula an al-thaniya. It means the first one is different from the second one. But if I want to say I'm talking about the same person, what I will simply do is that if I say ra'aytu rajulan wa akramtu rajula, the second will have alif wa lam. Ra'aytu rajulan wa akramtu rajula. I saw a man and I honored the man. That will mean the same. But if I make the second a man, it will mean two different things. So that's what I'm saying. If this was not a name of a person, but assuming he meant a friend, then the second one should have alif wa lam to signify that he's talking about the same person. But because here is having a nakira, indefinite article, this one too is having a nakira, indefinite article, it means that al-ula, the first one, is different from the second one. I hope that is clear. Okay. So that is it. That is something that is very important. Okay. So let's see some. So it's just a name of a person. I think it's a name of his friend who's just called Khalil. وَبَرَزَ خَلِيلٌ مِنْ بُعْدٍ. Okay. وَبَرَزَ خَلِيلٌ. Khalil appeared. That's the name of his friend. He who was with the food and he got lost. He appeared from afar. Baraza is to appear. Okay. That's what we have in grammar, Arabic grammar. Two types of domir, right? We have a domirul baris, okay, domirul baris, and then we have a domirul mustatir, right? An apparent, also domirul baris, an apparent pronoun, very clear, you can see it. So baraza is to be clear, to appear. Okay, so baraza khalilun, Khalil appeared from far. Min bu'din, okay, min bu'din, from afar. Fanadaynahu bi ismihi, and then we called him by his name. وَحَمِدْنَا اللَّهَ, and then we did hamd of Allah. We did hamd of Allah. When we say hamid Allah, bimana, hamd is not just to praise. It has two words in it, and that is madhu wa shukr. That is hamd. Hamd consists of madhu wa shukr. Shukr is thanks. Madhu is close to gratitude. So to be thankful and do gratitude, right? So that's why I don't just say praise. Okay, so we did hamd of Allah. وَتَغَدَّيْنَا, and then we took our lunch. وَاسْتَرَحْنَا قَلِيلًا, and then we rest a little. إِسْتَرَاحَ يَسْتَرِيحُ, that is the verb. إِسْتَرَاحَ, he is rested. He rested. يَسْتَرِيحُ, he is resting. أَنَا أَسْتَرِيحُ, I am resting, right? ثُمَّ خَرَجْنَا, then we left. Okay, we left. So, وَدَخَلْنَا فِي الْغَابَةِ, we entered the forest. The Ghabatun is the forest, right? وَدَخَلْنَا فِي الْغَابَةِ, we entered the forest. وَوَجَدْنَا آثَارَ بَقَرِ الْوَحْشِ. وَجَدْنَا, we saw. آثَار, when we say آثار, it could mean One of the meaning is footsteps. Footsteps. Okay. Not necessarily footsteps. Traces. Traces of something. That's what we call asar. Asar means traces. I hope that is clear. Traces. Okay. But mostly it is used, of course, to most of the time used in the context of footsteps. Okay. So for example, Allah says, if you ask the disbelievers what they are doing, those who don't want to apply the Sharia, whether in their life or in their country, they have their own rules that they follow. Okay, those who don't want to be in the obedience of Allah and follow the rules that is set by Allah and His Messenger. If you ask them, Allah says that if you should ask them why, what is their reason, they will say that inna wajadna aba'ana ala ummatin wa inna ala asarihim muhtadun. We saw our fathers. Inna wajadna aba'ana ala ummatin, on a legacy. Wa inna ala atharihim muhtadun, and we are following their footsteps. We are committed to guidance by following their footsteps. They just follow the footsteps of what? Jahiliyyah. May Allah grant us the ability to establish His obedience and follow the rules that is set by Him and His Messenger in our life, in our families, in our communities, and in our countries. Okay, so athar is footsteps or traces of something. And even when it is used for like ancient, like those who maybe, what's the name? If you visit places that have history, where maybe people lived there before, we can call that one to athar. Okay, athar. You go to a place where they tell you this was monument, they have a monument, and they say this such and such person, he did this and this is still the traces, this is what and what is there. So that is also asar, leftover of something. Okay, traces that have history of something. Okay, yes. So this is also what's the name? Like okay, let's continue. Let me not say it. So he says that wajadna athara bakar al-wahsh. We saw the footsteps of bakar al-wahsh. Bakar, we know bakarun, right? What's the name? Yes, a cow. Wahsh, when we say wahsh, it means wild. Wild. So bakar al-wahsh, a wild cow. So we saw the footsteps of a wild cow. Fatafarrakna. Then we separated. Okay? Tafarrakna, we separated. The noun is tafriq. When we say tafriq, separation. Okay, tafriq is what? Is separation. So when we say tafarraqa, the verb is tafarraqa yatafarraqu. Okay, so assuming you are in a group and you separate yourself, you say tafarraqa rajul, the man has separated. Okay, even in marriage, in the terms of marriage, Allah uses it in the terms of marriage. Okay, I think in Surah An-Nisa, Allah says that wa in yatafarraqa, you see this word. وَإِن يَتَفَرَّقَا يُغْنِ اللَّهُ كُلًّا مِنْ سَعَتِهِ. Allah is talking about the man and the wife. وَإِن يَتَفَرَّقَا, if they should separate, if they should divorce, when they divorce, of course, they have separated. So, tafriq, that's the noun, separation. So, when they saw the footsteps of the bakar al-wahsh, the wild cow, they separated. And then, what happens? So, let's see. وَجَلَسْنَا بِالْمِرْصَادِ, and then we sat in ambush. When we say jalasna bil mirsad, we sat in ambush. You see, when a hunter saw an animal, he stops moving and then he sits in a way that the animal, he would gauge the animal and shoot. So that's what he's trying to describe here. Jalasna bil mirsad. When we say mirsad, is to actually ambush. To ambush. Okay. I think it also comes in the Quran, like Allah says that وفتحت السماء فكانت أبوابا. No. وسيرت الجبال فكانت سرابا. إن جهنم, you see, إن جهنم كانت مرصادا. You see, that's this one. كانت مرصادا. إن جهنم, indeed, hellfire is waiting in ambush. للطاغين مآبا. May Allah protect us against the hellfire. Allah says the hellfire is waiting in ambush. Okay. And another word, so that's mirsad, an ambush. Okay, we sat in ambush. There's a similar word to it. Let me just mention it. Of course, when we see it another place, we know that it is also ambush. It is just marsodun. Okay, marsodun. That one too comes in Surah to Tawbah. Okay, Allah says, وَقُعُدُوا لَهُمْ كُلَّ مَرْصَدٍ. وَقُعُدُوا لَهُمْ كُلَّ مَرْصَدٍ. Sit waiting for them in every ambush. The man sit waiting for the kuffar in every ambush, place of ambush. So they to sit at a particular place, wait for an enemy and to target him. So وَجَلَسْنَا بِالْمَرْصَدِ, we sat in ambush. وَخَرَجَتْ بَقَرَةٌ مِّن بَيْنِ الْأَشْجَارِ. وَخَرَجَتْ, and then a cow, بَقَرَةٌ, a cow, came out. مِّن بَيْنِ الْأَشْجَارِ, from between the trees. Ashjar is the plural of shajaratun. Okay, shajaratun is a tree. Shajar without the ta marbuta is plural. Okay, trees without the ta marbuta, shajarun, is plural. Another plural is also ashjarun. Okay, ashjar, that's another plural. وَكَانَ سَيِّدُ إِسْمَاعِيلُ مُسْتَعِدًا. Mr. Ismail was ready. Musta'iddan, ready. So when we say ista'adda, he is getting ready. He got ready. Yasta'iddu, he is getting ready. Ana asta'iddu, I am getting ready, or I am preparing to get ready. Musta'id, musta'iddun is the one who is ready. Okay, so if I say ana musta'id, I'm ready, right? So wakana sayyidu Ismail musta'iddan. Mr. Ismail was ready. فَصَوَّبَ إِلَيْهَا بُنْدُكِيَّتَهُ. Okay. The verb here, صَوَّبَ إِلَيْهَا, he set or he directed towards the cow. بُنْدُكِيَّتَهُ, his gun. So you see the singular, بُنْدُكِيَّتun. The singular is here, a gun. So when you say صَوَّبَ is actually to set, to direct something at, to set at. Okay, that's what we call sawwaba. So assuming I'm holding a gun, then there's a criminal. Then I set the gun towards him. I just shifted the gun towards him, engage him. That's what we call sawwaba, to direct something on something. It can also be used, for example, if I say I set my eyes on him. Okay, I'll say sawwabtu nazari ilayha. Assuming you started someone did something and then you started looking at the person. You say that, so wabtu nazari ilayha, I set my gaze on him. So that's what I'm saying, to set something on something, or to direct something on something. So wabat ilayha bundakiyatahu, he turned his gun towards him, he set his gun at him. Wa atlaka rasasa. Wa atlaka rasasatun. Rasasatun is bullet. Wa atlaka rasasa, and then he released the bullet. Atlaka is to release something. Okay, is to release something. So wa atlaka rasas. Atlaka, he released rasas, the bullet. Wa asaba al-bakarata fi sadriha. Okay, and then the cow was hit. Asaba to target, or to hit. Asaba to is a hit. Okay, yusibu, that's the mudore. Wa asaba al-bakarata fi sadriha. The cow was hit by the bullet. Fi sadriha, in his chest. We all know sadrum is the chest, right? Fi sadriha, in his chest. Fasaqatat, then it fell down. Saqata is to fall. Yaskutu, it is fallen. Okay, yes, these three letters, same qaf ta. Saqata, it fell. Yaskutu, it is fallen. So fasaqatat jarihan, it fell down. Jarihan, wounded. Okay, also say jurhun is wound or injury. So fasaqatat jarihan, it fell down injured or wounded. Tadribu bi rijlayha, beaten his two legs. Okay, beaten by his two legs. You see when an animal is about to die, it is beating his leg. That's the scene he's trying to paint here. Okay, tadribu bi rijlayha, beating his two legs. So let's try to pause here. Then inshallah in the next lesson we'll look at what will finally happen. Okay, inshallah in the next lesson we'll complete, and then we'll look at what will happen. Okay, Jazakumullahu Khairan. وبارك الله لي ولكم في قرآن الحكيم ونفعني وإياكم بالآيات والذكر الحكيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.